And what is the real American dream? It's freedom. And so if we are to be free, you must have economic freedom as part of that. And home ownership is what allows you to build that economic freedom. It is collateral. It allows you to have a debt structure. It allows you to acquire money and capital to meet your individual personal needs, but also to invest and move forward, right? The current president of the United States claims that he got $1 million loan, small, $1 million loan, small, from his father, and he ran that into being a billionaire. He did that by owning properties, and whether you believe he's a billionaire or not, he did have his name on title to that property. If you do not have property to leverage into creating wealth for your family and generational wealth, it is going to be a problem. From the history of this country, through redlining and other mechanisms and the subprime crisis that we'll talk about, minorities overall, and African Americans in particular, have had a very difficult time in acquiring that property that would provide what? The American dream, home ownership, and economic freedom. And that has happened by institutionalized discrimination and racism, going back all the way to the Homeowners Loan Corporation that itself graded loans from A to D based on the area, and literally part of the government redlined areas such that we were not allowed to live there. And so as property values went up and they passed from family to family and generation to generation, we did not benefit of that. In my Wells Fargo case, Attorney Ben Crump is one of our co-counsels on the case, and he talks about the trillions of dollars. We're talking about trillions of dollars that the Black community and the minority communities have missed out on by having discriminatory policies placed on us that have prevented us from home ownership. My lawsuit against Wells Fargo relates to one of the worst of all. We all are aware how low interest rates were at the start of the pandemic and COVID. Some 30-year mortgages were at 2.6%. In 2020, Bloomberg published an article, and I verified it through my lawsuit. Wells Fargo denied more than half of the Black folk that applied to them to refinance their homes. They only approved 47% of refinances. Do you understand what that means? They already owned their home. They were already paying on it. All they wanted to do was take advantage of the lower interest rates that would have reduced their mortgage payments. And instead of approving those loans, that would have made it more certain that they would have paid off their mortgages and been able to pass it on to their next of kin, Wells Fargo denied half of them to keep them in what?
Debt.
Higher interest, higher mortgage loans. We, as part of our lawsuit, will make them be held accountable.
There is this belief that, and it's true,